So I've been watching a few different content creators cover the Matrix Awakens new tech demo that has released on consoles that is using the technology of Unreal Engine 5. You cannot take away from the fact that it's really visually impressive. Not only do you have something that looks way more realistic than other games, but inside this tech demo you can mess around with all the settings to just, with the click of a button, change it from a day to a night cycle. And that's all great, but you need to look into this a lot further before you get truly impressed. So when I say look into it further, you have to think, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, they are already struggling with current games that are being released. Not so much the Xbox, but the technology behind the PS5. It's definitely struggled. There's been a couple of different cases of this, and you have to think that this is a tech demo. They've created a gigantic world in which you can only play a small amount. So if you look at titles like, let's say for an example, Biomutant, that had issues with the resolution on the PlayStation 5. And then if you have a look at Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, that got delayed on the PlayStation 5 due to technical issues. So games that are running on the current technologies of development are struggling on certain platforms. And if you take a look back to the announcement of this current generation of consoles, there were statements saying that games would be much easier to develop for companies, and that hasn't been the case. Almost every game is still coming out, whether it's due to being rushed by management. Every game is coming out rushed, they're not polished, it's not been any easier for developers. So you think this is a tech demo that probably takes or uses less resources than a full game using the current technology. So if the games that do use the current technology are struggling, then what's going to happen to a game that runs on Unreal Engine 5? What's going to happen when all of the newest technology is implemented into a full-on game and not just a tech demo? I really don't think this Unreal Engine 5 Matrix Awakens tech demo has been used to showcase the future of technology, the future of video games, in terms of their gameplay, how you are going to experience them, the immersion within them, all the stuff that gets people to purchase a game. I think this tech demo is being used to show off visuals from the Unreal Engine 5. So all I'm going to say is, we're probably still a good couple of years away from games being created using Unreal Engine 5, in its entirety. But I would still put out the warning that you mustn't just go into these purchases blind. I would say at least check things out, look at gameplay trailers, look at betas, demos, trials, all that sort of stuff. Because games on the current technology are struggling right now. They could potentially be even worse when it comes to using Unreal Engine 5. I believe the first game in the world that will take advantage of Unreal Engine 5 is going to be Fortnite. But that's already something that's there. They're just updating the engine they're going to use. So future games that are developed specifically using Unreal Engine 5 and they're built from the ground up, they're the ones to look out for. I have a feeling some of the initial game releases will be really, really good, really polished. And I think they'll do that just to really push the idea of Unreal Engine 5 in players' faces, to get them thinking, this is fantastic, I can't wait for the next Unreal Engine 5 release. Then it's all going to start going downhill. It's obviously just opinion based, but just because this looks really visually impressive, don't go getting hyped over this stuff because this is purely a tech demo. This is an incredibly short piece of content that you can play, and I don't think this will ever get made into a full-on game. It'd be nice to see a Matrix game, but I don't think that's going to happen, and I'm going to be staying on my toes, I'm going to be wary, I'm going to be skeptical, I'm going to be just ready for any failures that come from this, because I believe there are many in the pipelines. But as I said, it doesn't take away from it being visually impressive. It does look really, really good. But just because it looks good doesn't mean a full-on game's going to play good. And what we're going to do is leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.